All right. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome to Yoga Nidra. And tonight we're going to do practice Yoga Nidra for cognition, which will help improve mental clarity, memory, and intuition. So this is the practice that I know Brenda loves because we walk backwards in time throughout our day. So if you find that difficult to do, if if thinking what you were doing 3 hours ago is a challenge for you, that just means you're not in the present moment. So we have to practice some mindfulness. So that's really what that's about. Sometimes we forget what we had for lunch because we just go and we get something to eat and we eat it. We're not even tasting our food or really paying attention. But if we actually go and we walk through our day and we're aware of the transitions from one thing to another, from maybe being in one room to a different room, being inside, going outside, then we are practicing more mindfulness. So the practice it'll make the practice easier. Right, Fulvia's here and Lola's here. Oh, who else is here? Another Zoom person. I have to see who this is because when they don't put their name, I don't know who it is. Who's my Zoom user? Okay, she finally
It's
got on.
Barbara, but it doesn't stay permanently changed with you. I'm not. I have to figure out how to. They've changed how I put my name in properly each time, so I have to
Okay, all
take
right.
a remember.
All right, well, you're here. Well, welcome. Well, welcome.
Thank
All
you.
right, well, we are gonna go ahead and get started. And so yeah, everyone's checked in. So we're gonna start with just a short little practice for anxiety where we engage the mind and the body. And we've done this before, but we're gonna start noticing our surroundings and then begin to notice physical sensation in the body as opposed to the stories that go on in our head. And we're going to do this without judging. And remember that anxiety is caused when we start to project forward in the future somewhere else, but we want to stay right where we're at. So again, it's bringing that awareness to physical sensation in the body without judging. So we're going to start just by taking a look around the room and just noticing things that you see. So just look around your room and to yourself, just go, okay, there's a picture of my grandkids, there's a computer printer. Just notice 5 things that you see. And then next, you're going to become aware of 5 things that you feel. And that could be as simple as the air from a ceiling fan on your skin. Just notice 4 things that you feel. It could be your buttocks on the chair. And then next, 3 things that you hear. And 2 things that you may or may not smell. And then lastly, 1 thing that you may or may not taste. So I just had a drink of water infused with cucumbers, so that's what I taste. And now just notice one area in the body where you may feel sensation and one area in the body that feels neutral. And now wherever you're at, just go ahead and press your feet um, down into the floor, just so you feel an engagement there and a connection to the earth. And reach the crown of your head up towards the ceiling as though it was being lifted by a string. So sitting up nice and tall. All right, good. So I'm going to move over to my chair for this practice. So just be sure there's enough space around you, because we'll be opening up our arms. We've all done this before. So wherever you're at, just sitting with your feet hip distance apart, the inner edges of your feet in alignment, and just feeling a connection to the earth. You're going to bring the palms of your hands to your heart center. And you're going to inhale the arms out and exhale arms back to the heart center. So do that 2 more times. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. And then from here, we're going to just come into a series of movements. So maybe widen your feet, the stance of your feet a little bit more. And we're going to inhale and raise our hands and look up so the fingers touch. And then exhale the arms into cactus. We're going to do that 4 more times. Inhaling, palms touched. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, palms touched. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, palms touched. Exhale, cactus. We'll do that again. And then we're going to add on. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, cactus. And now we'll add on. Sorry. Inhale, look up, palms touch. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms to a T. And then exhale, arms behind us. So do that 2 more times. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We're going to add on. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, your palms are in stop. Exhale, push away. Good. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. We'll do that again. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. We add on. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Hands come down onto the top of your thighs. Press and forward, and then exhale back. Good. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. 4 more times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, hinge, exhale, back. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, hinge, exhale, back. Good. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, hinge, exhale, back. Last time. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, hinge, and exhale. Back to seated. So just pause here for a moment. Take a deep breath in and out. Notice the body. Notice what stands out in the body. And notice what is neutral in the body. Now just take a look around the room like you did in the beginning, and just look around the room like you're looking at it with fresh eyes. Good. So that is your practice for anxiety. So let's just start to warm up our neck a little bit. So go ahead and exhale your right ear to your right shoulder. And now we're going to make 5 circles going clockwise. I'll call this 2, 3, 4, 5. And now reverse it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chin comes to the chest. And then left ear to the left shoulder. Feel that stretch in the neck. And now 5 circles clockwise from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Chin comes back to the chest. Go ahead and look up. We're going to drop our right ear to our right shoulder and then take our right hand and gently press it on our head and extend the left arm out so your fingertips are trying to reach to the wall, and just feel that stretch all along your neck. Take some deep breaths here, using your diaphragmatic belly breathing from the belly. One more breath. And release the hand, come back to center. Just become aware of sensation on both sides of the neck. And then drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Bring your left hand to your head and stretch the right arm out like your fingertips are trying to reach the wall. And take 5 breaths here. Diaphragmatic belly breaths from the belly. Good. And then release the head. Bring your arms down, and now we're going to just work with our shoulders. So take your fingertips, bring them to your tops of your shoulders, and pretend you've got Crayolas on at the ends of your elbows. And we're going to go ahead and make rotations like we're drawing circles with our elbows. So I'll call this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now go the opposite direction for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Go ahead, lift your shoulders up and then drop them. Lift them up and drop them. Again, lift them up and drop them. Good. And now I'm going to bring my right hand to the bottom of my chair, and I'm going to inhale my left arm up. And then on my next exhale, I'm just going to lean over. Lean over and stretch. Just open up that whole side body here. Notice the space you're creating in the intercostal muscles. And then go ahead, inhale, come back up. You can grab your chair if that's good for you. And then go ahead, inhale the opposite arm up. And then on your next exhalation, go ahead and reach over to the side. So you're doing a side bend. And again, just notice all the space you're making between your ribs. Good. Inhale, come back up. And now I'm going to bring my right hand behind me and bring my left hand to my right knee. I'm going to inhale and I'm going to feel as though the crown of my head is being extended up to the sky as by a string. And then on my exhalation, I'm going to twist to my right. I'm going to take 3 breaths, staying here. I'm going to inhale. I'm going to get even taller. And then on the exhale, maybe I can twist just a little bit more. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, twist. Inhale, taller. And exhale, twist. And then inhale, come back to center. And take a nice diaphragmatic belly breath just to release the diaphragm. Good. I'm going to bring my left hand behind me and put my right hand on my thigh. Inhale, get tall as though the crown of my head is being lifted by a string. And then exhale, twist to my left. 3 breaths here. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Inhale, get tall. And exhale, twist. Inhale, get tall. And exhale, twist. Inhale, come back to center. Take one more diaphragmatic belly breath here. Good. And now I'm going to bring my hands just behind me a little bit. And on my next inhalation, I'm just going to look up a little bit and just do a little baby back bend. It doesn't have to be much, but just lifting the chest a little bit, opening up all the front of the chest, coming into a nice, gentle back bend. On your next exhalation, go ahead and come back to seated. And from here, just take a moment, just notice how you feel, become aware of sensation. And we're going to start with our pranayama breath practice. So without trying to make any changes or any judgment, just notice your breath. Where is it? Are you breathing from the belly? Are you breathing from the upper chest or the middle chest? Just notice where your breath is. And now notice if there are any pauses or gaps, stops in the breath, or if it is a continuous cycle of inhale and exhale. And you're just observing, you're not judging, you're not trying to change anything, just check out what's going on. And now notice your inhales and your exhales. Notice if one is a little bit longer than the other. And again, you're not trying to change anything, you're just noticing. Is the breath silent or is there any sound to it? And if there's sound, what is it? Is it wheezing? Is it a gurgling? Just notice what it is. Or maybe it's silent. And I just notice, is the breath smooth or is it a little bumpy or rough? And again, you're just observing. Good. So now we'll start with our Ujjayi breath, victorious breath, breathing from the base of our throat. So we're going to take 3 Ujjayi breaths here, slight constriction of your throat. And here you should be able to hear a slight sound. It may sound like you were listening to a conch shell on the beach. And now next we're going to take 5 Chandra Bedna breaths, which is piercing the moon breath, where we always inhale through the left nostril and exhale through the right. So I'm just a guide, so trust your own breath. So with your right hand, make peace sign fingers, and you're going to put those peace sign fingers right between your eyebrows. Just put them right between your eyebrows. And then you're going to take your thumb and gently press it against the right nostril. Now, you're going to inhale through the left, and then use your ring finger to close the left nostril and exhale through your right. Use your thumb to close the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Close the left. Exhale through the right. Use your thumb to close the right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. And exhale right. And now we'll take 3 Ujjayi breaths, breathing from the base of your throat like you're sipping the breath through a straw. Slight constriction of your throat. 3 breaths here. And now we'll take 5 Surya Bedna breaths, piercing the sun breath. So go ahead and make your peace sign fingers, put them right between your eyes. This is where we always inhale through the right nostril, exhale through the left. So use your ring finger to close the left nostril. Inhale right. Use your thumb to close the right nostril and exhale left. Close the left nostril with the ring finger. Inhale right. Close the right. Exhale left. Ring finger closes the left nostril. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right nostril. Exhale left. Inhale right nostril. Exhale left. And then we'll conclude with 3 Ujjayi breaths, breathing from the base of the throat. Slight constriction of your throat, like you're sipping the breath through a straw. And then just check in with how you feel. I'm sure that your heart variable rate has reached its coherence with the mind, so it's probably smoothed out a bit. And then I'm going to give everybody some time to find your space for Yoga Nidra, wherever that might be, on a yoga mat, in a recliner, in your bed, in a chair. Just find your space. And remember, you may want to dim your lights. Maybe you have something, an eye pillow or a light piece of material to put over your eyes. Maybe a pillow behind your head, just so you can be totally comfortable and not have to move. Maybe take a drink of water before you start your Yoga Nidra. It's very important to stay hydrated. And wherever you're at, just go ahead and separate your heels a little wider than your hips, getting comfortable. Take your shoulders down your back, arms by your side, thumbs up, preferably nothing touching your fingertips. And just in these last few moments, just check in and observe anywhere in the body that's less than comfortable and make any adjustments just so you won't have to move during the practice. And just relax, allow the body to open to earth, and invite a state of relaxation. So, this practice is dedicated to improving cognition, which includes mental clarity, memory, and intuition. So, just abiding in this sense of peace, create the intention that you want to remain aware during your practice. And if you feel as though you may drift off into an unconscious sleep, go ahead and bend one elbow. So if you do start to fall asleep, the movement of your forearm will wake you up. The body may sleep and the mind may sleep, but awareness remains aware. So now begins the practice of Yoga Nidra for cognition. So now please just become aware of sound. Just become conscious of sound. Initially, you're just observing sound. And mentally, you're beginning to compose a transitional state of not reacting to what it is you hear. No judgment to what you perceive. And notice how there is different layers of sound. Some sounds are distant and other sounds are closer, more subtle. Have the intention to listen without judgment. Just aware of sound. Visually sense the sounds becoming more and more distant as you move inward. Sounds drifting further and further away. Matter to awareness, to consciousness. Now become aware of sensation and be aware of how you're holding yourself in the space that you occupy. Notice where there is constriction or restriction. Notice the patterns pulling, the patterns of effort. And while you stay completely effortless, the intention to release and to let go of all restriction. Keep letting go of restriction. More and more, you begin to sense the earth supporting you. Simply choose not to hold on to anything. I'm not a doer. And the more you let your body rest, the more your mind can rest. Consciously choose to let the body sleep. Even your mind is now beginning to drift towards sleep. Hence, body breathing. Now, please begin to cultivate diaphragmatically breathing. Shape the breath so that it is in the belly, it is continuous, the breath flows evenly without sound and is smooth. Direct the breath so the abdomen rises and falls slowly and smoothly. The chest is still, and resolve all pauses or interruptions in the flow of the breath. And throughout this practice, you're consciously shaping the breath and still remain aware that you are shaping the breath. Be aware of the mind becoming clear and calm and at ease. The slower and smoother the breath, the greater impact it has on the nervous system to relax and to return to clarity and freedom. Now, please allow the breath to return to involuntary breathing, no longer shaping the breath. The breath becomes effortless. There's no rush. Sense that the chest is clear and still. and the abdomen is soft, and the movement is subtle. And with every exhale, you sense a letting go of contraction and restriction. And with every inhalation, you feel a sense of healing, a wave of regeneration moving through the mind and the body. Just awareness and the flow of your breath, of the intention to remove all constriction, contraction, and all holding. Be aware of the body completely supported by the earth. Sense the body being pulled by gravity, becoming heavy, and the breath becoming more effortless. The top of your inhalation, relax as you transition to your exhalation. And at the bottom of the exhalation, relax as you transition to inhalation. Be aware of the transition between the breaths. That link is awareness. The body rests, the mind rests, but awareness remains aware. That link between your breaths is your true sanctuary. The part of you, part of each of us that never changes. Awareness has been the same since the moment you took your first breath. Awareness sees and watches and knows you completely. It's on the very edge of spirit, soul, or witness consciousness. Experience yourself abiding in this presence that is always at ease, always at home. Rest here in your true sanctuary. Now we're going to practice 31 points. Just allow my words to wash over you and bring your awareness to the space between your eyebrows, the midbrain. And in this space, sense a golden star-like point of light. Even sense the breath in this space, providing clarity and present moment awareness. Throat center, same thing. Golden star-like point of light. Right shoulder joint, golden star-like point of light. Right elbow joint, present moment awareness. Center of the right wrist, clarity, golden light. Tip of the right thumb, golden light. Tip of the right pointer finger, golden light. Tip of the right middle finger, healing golden light. Tip of the right ring finger, golden light. Tip of the right pinky finger, golden light. Awareness returns to the center of the right wrist. Present moment awareness. Right elbow joint presence unveils itself. Right shoulder joint, golden starlight light. Root center, golden starlight point of light. Left shoulder joint, relax into this space. Left elbow joint, alert to presence. Center of the left wrist. You are the witness. Tip of the left thumb, golden starlight presence. Tip of the left pointer finger, golden point of light. Tip of the left middle finger, relax into this space. Tip of the left ring finger, golden starlight presence. Tip of the right left pinky finger, golden starlight presence. Awareness returns to the center of the left wrist. Let go of all effort. Center of the left elbow joint. Nothing to do. Left shoulder joint, golden starlight point of light. Throat center, breath and awareness move here. Heart center, deep beneath the breastbone, golden starlight point of light. Center of the left chest or breast, heart center, center of the right chest or breast, heart center. Now please sense the body as pure space, vast as the expanse of sky. And this pure space becomes filled with the constellation of stars. The space inside of you is the same as the space on the outside of you, and you are consciousness pervading this space. The stars and the points of light are luminous, and the breath is an effortless wave of life force. Relax and sense the breath coming and going in that space of consciousness. Establish awareness, the witness. You are spacious awareness, the one who observes you experiencing your outer and your inner life. Free of judgment, you are the one who watches your mind. Continuing to rest in this fullness and awareness, begin to move backward in time to what you were doing approximately 30 minutes ago. And abiding in effortless awareness, recollect the unique circumstances. What were you doing? What were you thinking? And what were you feeling? And see it from the perspective of the witness. You remain unaffected, perceiving how you were reacting in the moment, but seeing it from an unreactive perspective. And once this is registered, go back an hour earlier and do the same thing. What was I doing? What was I thinking? What was I feeling? And from that non reactive place, see how you were reacting. And once it's registered, go back 30 minutes earlier. See yourself, but remain the quiet witness. Continue to go back in 30-minute increments until you return to awareness of yourself resting in a deep sleep. Please relax the practice. Let go of everything, of all effort, of all technique. Aware the body sleeps and the mind is at rest. You abide in awareness, which is unchanging, your inner sanctuary. The body sleeps, the mind sleeps, and awareness remains aware, observing the breath, moving through spacious awareness. You rest in the experience of what remains aware, which is beyond the waking, dreaming, and sleeping states. Just awareness and the movement of the breath. Now, please bring your awareness to the space that your body occupies. Bring your awareness to the flow of the breath through the nostrils. Sense the rise and fall of the abdomen. The chest is clear. Begin to bring some subtle movements into the body. Begin to wiggle your toes and your feet. Roll your ankles. Bring some light movements into your fingertips and your hands and your wrists. Gently move your head from side to side. And if you like, you can raise your arms up to your sides or overhead for a big good morning stretch, enlivening and waking up the body. If you like, you can bring the palms of your hands together and rub them, create some heat, and then place your hands over your eyes. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes into your hands. And when you feel as though your senses have been reactivated, you can move back into the world. The practice of Yoga Nidra for cognition is complete.